No. No way. Oh, these headphones are hot. There we go. What's up? What's up, everybody? Hola. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. Sí, ¿por qué? Yo quiero Taco Bell. What am I doing? I think my monitor's on. It is. I can tell. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? This is Jon Does, episode 153. 153 episodes, Pat. That's a lot.
153. That's a magic number, isn't it? 153. You said today's magic number.
Sorry, our mics were a little bit hot. I've been trying to pay a little bit closer attention because last week when we do some of the music stuff, sometimes the drums are lower than the keyboards or.
I think this is perfect because honestly, for me, usually when I'm listening at home, it's a little low. So this is, I think, perfect.
Well, I mean, this is see where the
that's all right.
That's how I always hit it. This isn't any different than the other week. So
I was going to say, let's just redline this thing.
Redline. You just get all you guys hear is just
yeah, it's like flooring your gas pedal, just putting that shit in the red all the time.
Well, anyways, I'm glad you guys can hear us. I can hear us. I mean, we'll see how this comes out on the old stream. But before we get started with everything today, I just want you guys to know that I have an Instagram account. You can go follow me on Instagram because there's always fun stuff I put up. Actually, this week I had some good clip outs from last week's episode. There was two really good ones from the. I as I was doing the episode, the Mentalist character, the Antiques Roadshow,
yes,
psychic.
Wait,
guy.
That's a character?
No, that's my brother.
That's you.
I say character, but he's family.
Hey, I mean, if you have natural abilities, you need to have a platform to display them, and this is the perfect show.
I am a shapeshifter.
Yeah. No, you're a mentalist. You're able to touch any object and tell you its origin.
I touched my penis and I was like, this was born in 1984 in Southern California.
Impressive.
I know. It's
wow.
Weird. I knew a lot about that thing.
Usually when I touch mine, I just...
Oh, maybe we're too early into the episode to go on about this stuff. And the other thing is, so follow me on Instagram. There's not a lot of penis jokes there. Although one time I did post that nude photo.
that was some time ago.
That was 10 years ago at this point. That wasn't a nude photo. It was tasteful. It was art.
It was.
It was artistic.
It was. It definitely was.
And then, go follow me on Instagram, but go over to thewilddinosaur.com. It's the best place to support the channel. If you enjoy everything that's going on here, and you want to support these guys, go check out the website. The homepage here is about to get a facelift pretty soon. But over there in the store, there's t-shirts and sweatshirts and socks and all kinds of fun stuff. We even have stuff for toddlers. We have baseball tees and tank tops and hoodies. I got a new hoodie. I haven't washed it yet. Actually, I think you saw it. Did you see that one?
It looks good. It does look good. And it's so soft.
Yeah, it really is soft. It was the Indica Island logo. I should have. Dang it! This week's been kind of busy for me, but I should have. I should have washed it and worn it for the show because it's a good one.
I'm waiting for the Sativa Island release myself.
Oh, and I did get. I did order a mug. It's right there, but it's taped up because it's a Christmas.
I can't wait to check it out.
It's a Christmas gift
okay.
for somebody, so it's all taped up, ready to get.
Speaking of which, I should be buying myself a Christmas gift from WildDinosaur.com.
If you know anybody who needs anything, get them a coffee mug.
Right, it's perfect.
There's also some cool vinyl stickers. I have those sticker packs that I've had for a couple of years now. But there are bigger sized ones that you can get on the website too that are really nice. They're also vinyl.
And the framed prints look great too. I have that one hanging up in my room.
Yeah.
And I love it. I mean, I look at it pretty much every day when I'm making music in my room, and it's always a source of inspiration.
Hell yeah, brother. And it's I have a couple of other pieces of art that I've kind of done recently. There's one that I forgot to post actually.
I was going to mention that Indica Island piece would look great as a framed print.
Yeah, that one would look good.
Yeah, because the one that I have is pretty similar. And
yeah. There was like a theme that I wanted to redo with. There's that old island one where it's just like an island in a circle that I made. Kind of wanted to revisit that with a little bit more like flair to it, I guess. Anyways, I'm not wearing glasses because I think I'm cool. My eyes are just kind of like, I don't know. They're being sensitive right now. My eyes are snowflake liberals.
He's lying as usual. So what's really going on is he had an eye implant surgery.
Yeah,
they gave you the Mad Eye Moody.
Well, they took the eyes out to do that, but I haven't had them put in, so they're just holes. They're just sockets right now. Yeah.
Yes. That'd be so scary.
I just take them off and there's nothing there. Did you what was the show with Boyd Holbrook?
The Dream one.
Sandman.
The Sandman. Great show. Right? That was a very entertaining.
I can't wait till the next season of that. But yeah, he takes his glasses off and he's got the mouths under his glasses, like just mouths for eyes.
That's a wild show. That's based on a Neil Gaiman series. Okay, that makes sense.
Series.
Yeah. Like there's that Good Omen show on Amazon, and that one's also weird.
That one was good. As far as I know, because I haven't read a lot of Neil Gaiman. I enjoy his work a lot, like so much stuff across mediums.
Movies. Gods too, right?
Dude, that Stardust movie I keep telling you about, that's a Neil Gaiman script.
And then American Gods, right? You were American into that show.
So I watched the first season and I really liked it, and then I didn't catch up on the second season for whatever reason, and I think it got canceled after that, and I didn't really rewatch it. But yeah, gotcha. Sandman's great. Can't wait for
that's one that I actually forgot about. Like one of those that you forget about, and then Netflix is like, "Oh, we got a second season."
It's probably time for a rewatch, honestly.
I think so.
I think I did see that there was some like set photos from season 2, so I think it's already like well underway. But what was I talking about? Something before so I'm wearing glasses because my eyes are sensitive right now because they're triggered snowflakes. That's why I'm getting those why I'm getting the Mad Eye Moody look.
Hell yeah, it's so good, man. Like being able to zoom in, check out stuff. Like so, especially for a professor, that's what you need.
Real quick, we talked about this a little bit, but we finished Pat finished the Harry Potter series for the first time.
It had been too long.
Give me because you'd seen parts of them, but not in like full sequence, right?
Right. So I had seen when I was younger, I believe they were like all the movies, most of them, sorry, I shouldn't say all of them, but most of them were released, maybe about half really, were when we were in high school.
Yeah.
About half of them, maybe 3 or 4. But I watched the first 2 when
the last one came out when I was living in Portland.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I watched the first 2 in high school, and then my youngest brother, has always been a huge fan, and I just never got around to watching them because it always seemed like such a daunting task. It's like, okay, I'm gonna have to watch 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Try getting into 8. One Piece.
But John and I tackled them within like 2 weeks. We watched everything aside from the first 2.
Yeah,
because I was pretty familiar with those.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair, we skipped the first 2.
Yeah.
Not because I like those movies. They're just vastly different. Not vastly, but they're different than the rest of the series. Like once you get past those first 2, it just becomes a little bit more mature and darker.
Yeah.
And the first 2 are Christopher Columbus directed, like more I mean, there's magic and stuff, but they feel more cheery. There's a little bit more bright color in the palette and stuff like that.
Agreed.
But
yeah.
So did you enjoy the series as a
I did.
whole?
Yeah, immensely. I mean, I'm kind of mad that it took me as long as it did to watch those, but I'm glad that I finally got around to it.
How'd you feel when you found out that Darth Vader was Harry's dad?
Yeah, it was obvious.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. Idiots. Stupid idiots. I mean, look, this is all... J.K. Rowling was basically just ripping off Terminator 2. That's all that she was doing with these books.
That's exactly the thought that I had while I was watching them. What was odd about the whole series is just the lack of artificial intelligence. I really didn't understand that. But very cool. Very cool stories there and characters. I mean, amazing character. Really, I think
really
that's
amazing characters.
I think that is and British actors. There's like every single actor in there is like award-winning British actor, the adults.
Well, especially like rewatch because I've watched that series like many times. I'm a pretty big. I mean, I'm not a huge. I don't know everything about the lore, but I love those movies. I think they're great. Shit, I lost my train of thought, man. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just saying that about talking about how pretty much all of the adults, all of the educators in the Harry Potter lore.
Well, not just the educators, but as I remembered what I was saying, as we were rewatching it, it was like, oh, there's this kid in the background that's like, oh, she's on The Witcher. Like
right. Some of the minor characters have gone on to have bigger roles.
Yeah,
since Harry Potter.
Tonks, she's in Star Wars and Game of Thrones. And stuff,
there's this one guy. I wasn't really too familiar with him, but Robert Pattinson, something like that. Yeah. I wonder if he's done anything since Harry Potter.
Yeah, probably nothing.
Yeah,
loser. So yeah, I don't know. It was cool to watch those with you for the first time because I enjoy those movies. I like a lot of my genre of movies like sci-fi, fantasy, stuff like that, and those were always. It was funny. I remember seeing
your genre is the Sword and the Sorceress.
Yes, yeah, that's my genre right there. I remember seeing Harry Potter, the first one, in theaters when it came out, and it came out in like November or something like that.
Right, it feels like a Christmas movie.
It was holiday season, and I was like, hell yeah, this is awesome. And then I think December rolls around, and the first Lord of the Rings movie comes out, and I was like, no, this is fuck Harry Potter. Fuck this stupid little kid bullshit. No,
so you're probably like a sophomore or junior in high school when that first movie was released, something like that.
I don't know, dude. I don't care what grade I was. I think it was like 99 when the first one came out, 2000 maybe. I don't remember.
But it was a huge hit. The books were a huge hit.
Yeah, all of them were. Yeah. There's a reason why they became movies to begin with is because that book series was so popular.
Oh, yeah. I remember just like basically it was just there.
Yeah. It just was there one day. And
yeah.
I remember hearing that the movie was coming out, and I was like, what's this about this like wizard movie? And people were like, you've never heard of Harry Potter? I was like, no, I thought it was like, I mean, it was for kids, but I was a kid at the time. I just thought I was a little older than that, but like, man, fuck that. Shit's a baller.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's kind of why I didn't see any of those movies. I mean, aside
you're
from
like,
the first
I'm
two.
too old for this, but you're like a year old, too old for it.
Really only a few years older than the kids in the movies.
Shit. So, how did you? What were some standout? What were some of the standout movies for you?
Well, the third one, The Prisoner of Azkaban, I love that.
That's my favorite.
Not to give too much away, but there's that sequence at the end where they have to go back and adjust some things.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, that was cool. It was cool because like you go into that movie being like, oh cool, wizarding, like, and they only use it in that movie really, like. Maybe it comes up like one more time in the series, but like the time turner thing that she has.
Yes.
Like you could go really wrong with bringing time travel into
any movie. Yeah.
Anything.
Any movie or TV show or book or anything.
They used it so well, and it was like I don't know. I think if you watch that movie, some people would complain like, oh, like they didn't really say anything about it, like in the beginning of the movie, and it was like, well, the signs were all there when you watch it. Like,
they didn't need to.
If you go back and watch, like, there's these moments where like they're sitting, like Ron and Harry are sitting in class. They're like, "Where's Hermione?" And then like the teacher starts talking, and then Hermione answers the question. And they're like, "Where the fuck did she come from?"
Oh yeah, that's
stuff like that.
That was really well done.
Or you'll see her like adjust her necklace and like stuff it into her thing, like she just used it and like nobody.
See, I didn't even pick up on that, so I'd probably have to go back and rewatch it.
I've seen it so many times that like I've picked up things like that. But yeah, it's cool. They do a really good job with that. And yeah, time travel is just it can be very messy, as we're seeing with like Marvel right now with the whole multiverse and timelines and stuff. It is messy, and I don't know.
Speaking of Marvel, even messier is what's going on in reality. Or should I say?
My eyes are okay.
Should I say Universe 293 or whatever it's called?
Wait, what do you mean?
The Jonathan Majors stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, like the trial. I think it's. Look, I don't.
We can't. We're not here to judge.
First and foremost, I haven't really been paying much attention. I'm kind of just waiting to see what the thing is. But I've heard that there's some like footage and text messages that make both of them look bad. It's like a lesser Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation, from my understanding, and that sucks. And I just like I don't want to pay attention to their relationship, like their toxic relationship, their personal life, and stuff like that. But I do think Marvel needs to move on. I personally think I'd heard a rumor Jonathan Majors might have something in his contract that he's the only actor that can play Kang, which I don't know if that's standard, if other actors do that typically. I mean, I think going into the role where you're going to have like infinite different versions of the same character, like, yeah, maybe you put that into your contract. Maybe that's a smart play.
Sounds unusual to me.
I mean... Every movie contract is unique and special. None of them are across the board the same, really. Like, there are standards to, like, how... But, like, if you're trying to get Ryan Reynolds or somebody in your movie, like, you might give them their base pay, but you might entice them with...
A football team.
Soccer team, or, you know, like, hey, I happen to have... I own this much of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about?
You can have that.
Yeah. Have you thought about aviation gin? Right. So, hey, dude, at least the guy has a diverse portfolio. Like, gotta say, like, he really has, as far as celebrities go, like, he's had his hands in quite a bit.
Yeah, I like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's doing some good stuff.
And what's really cool about him too, I know not just sidetracked.
Let's not sidetrack too much.
But he really, like, his career really took off for him later on in his life. Like,
I don't know, dude. Two guys, a girl in a pizza place.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I mean, it was a minor hit.
That's when I first recognized him.
Same.
But it wasn't for years until I like saw him take off. You know, like,
right? I was like, oh yeah, wasn't that guy Berg in
Two Guys, a Girl? Yeah. No, he's great. So, anyways, going back to the Jonathan Majors thing, I don't know what's going on there. I do think that if they can recast, I don't want them to, just because like things aren't working. I don't want them to completely upend their whole thing. And there's rumors about replacing the main villain of Secret Wars with Doom, Doctor Doom, because they're bringing in Fantastic Four. And I know there's precedent for it in the comics and everything. But if you are telling a story, you have a plan, and it's just not getting there, just stick with it. Like, readjust to tell the story. Don't like upend the whole phase of everything and be like, psych, like you just watched 2 seasons of Loki and Quantumania when we were building up Kang as this big guy. Just kidding. Like, I would feel cheated out of like spending my money for the last like 5 movies or whatever. So I hope that if they can recast. But if they were already going that route with Doom, then, you know, I hope they nail that too. I want them to make good movies. I don't know, they're not necessarily making the best movies right now, and I want something better. But yeah, Jonathan Majors has not made that easy for Marvel.
No, and especially after that performance in the 2nd season of Loki.
Yeah, that was very good.
It's going to be a tough replacement. Because he really was the shining star of this phase. One of them, yeah. All 3 things that he was in, both seasons of Loki and Quantumania, he was one of the best parts. Loki's a little different. Because it is really a great ensemble.
Tom Hiddleston, Owen Wilson, like everybody.
Even like I can't say his name, but yes.
Yeah, in this season, and Sophia DiMartino, who plays Sylvie, she's incredible, great. Yeah. I want to see her in more stuff. She's awesome. He's been a standout throughout that, and I think more so with Quantumania too, because that movie just overall was messy at best. Did you ever see that one?
I saw it a couple times. I think that
you saw Quantumania a couple times.
I saw it once with you, and then once at home with Andrew. And I think that I mean, there wasn't really too much to that movie.
Yeah.
Other than Jonathan Majors, you know, a little backstory and stuff.
Shoot, what was I going to say? There's a lot of things I was thinking about. I forgot. Anyways, let's move on to our favorite segment, which I still haven't made any sort of graphic or intro for.
What are you going to do?
I need to. It is time for the AI segment of the episode. And by AI segment of the episode, I like to take the thumbnails that I make and run them through AI generators and make little fun things. And this is, if you notice, this was our thumbnail today. Usually it's the first frame that I screen grab, but I went in a couple of frames on this one because it started to morph in really great ways. I like, particularly Pat's face starts to like morph a bit over here on piano.
It's a little hard to see there, but I'm sure if you're full screen, it would be, you'd be able to get a good look at that.
But anyways, so this is obviously a little bit of a spoiler of how it kind of... This is how it started, and this is how it went.
Yeah, look at the piano just tipping over.
Yeah.
Me along with it. Oh, hey.
Hey, guys.
You morphed into, it looks like some sort of pro baseball player.
New age preacher.
Yes, that's what we both are. We're running the, like one of those hip churches.
Yeah.
That, Justin Bieber is a part of the congregation.
Hey, everybody. I just want to let you know about Guy. He's real cool. He got the riz.
Yes.
So yeah,
we definitely look like we're pastors at Hillsong.
Yeah. So that was the AI thing I did today. What's this? Oh yeah, this is from last week. You guys,
I love this.
This was a good one. This was not the one I posted on Instagram. The still I posted has like a blue hue over everything.
I love when those like what appear to be fireflies show up. It's so cool.
And that was cool because that was just like dust particle overlay type thing. And then of course we'll go back to that. We'll go back to that another time. I don't think I told you about this, Pat. I think the only little bit about this that I might have told you about was the fact that you were looking for the headphones when we were getting started here, and you're like, where the headphones?
That you did some...
I went and shot something this week. That's the first time I've had to set up gear in quite a bit. It's nice. So for this short film that I'm doing with some friends of mine, they want to start a YouTube channel themselves, and I'm going to help them maybe not run the whole thing, but like produce stuff for the channel. And we went out to this property. I think I mentioned it on the show, and I've told you about this property.
You have, yeah.
We have some property we're going to be able to shoot the short film on, and so we were using it, using the property to do a little like intro video for this new channel that's coming, which I'll let you guys know about that when there's more information about it. But yeah, we went and shot that. It's ultimately it's just a channel intro video, but there's going to be a little bit of comedy that goes into it. And yeah, the place that we filmed at, it's in like a dilapidated repair situation, and they're starting to do work on it, I guess, too. But my buddy Jason has some warehouse space over in part of the area, and it turns out he actually has like 2 spaces, so he's gonna he has a lot more room than he was originally than he originally showed me. So I'm excited about doing more stuff there, and I told Jason I probably wouldn't be able to edit that thing till this weekend, but the reality is it probably won't be till next week. And the reason why is because I do have some news for everybody about the No Friends on This Planet EP. It is done. I finished it. Actually, I should say I haven't finished it. There's like one thing I'm going to do, but it's minimal. It's literally just going in and adjusting a fade out on something. So it's not anything, not any work that, and it'll take like 2 seconds to fix.
We've spoken briefly about the madness that occurs, and this is true really if you're creating anything, but you could always retool and retinker and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there, at a certain point, you just have to say, all right, I'm happy with this.
Well, and I mean, with these songs too, I feel like I put in a lot of work on my music usually, and especially in the last like handful of records, like the New Pants records, we put in a lot of work, and some other stuff that I've done. I could keep tooling this, and I think I'm to the point where I feel I've done the best that I can do with this record, other than maybe sending it off to, some like big engineer to master or something like that. Which I'm not doing that. I know a lot of people are like, you should have it professionally mastered. And you were right. I should do that. I just don't have money to do it. And I have been working on like learning how to mix myself for more than a decade. So, I feel confident enough in, I feel like I'm not selling this very well. You suck at mastering.
John. No. I mean, we both have listened to these extensively.
Yes.
Myself more as an assistant, but
well, I mean, yes and no. No Friends,
No Friends is basically a New Pants track.
Yeah. You started off with the drums and the synth on that, right? And then I threw the guitar on there, and then told you I was stealing the song.
Yeah, which I was fine with. I mean, look, I'm not big on releasing music myself. I should be better, but that's a whole other story.
I've been waiting to hear some. I've been waiting to hear some like full song versions of stuff that you have, and I'll listen. I will listen to it if you put it out, but and I'll help you mix it too. You know that though. But anyways, so New Pants, sorry. No Friends on This Planet EP is done. I sent it to a couple of friends, Pat being one of them, to like listen to, and I'm gonna have a couple of conversations this weekend to just get some feedback on it. But
I told you what I think already.
Yeah, it sucks. It's like,
I definitely did.
This is the worst thing you've ever done.
This is the best thing you've ever done.
Wild Dinosaur, yeah. I mean, every time I put something out, I say it's the best thing I've ever done.
That's what it should be.
Yeah,
though.
I agree. I don't know. I feel like, to me, like, I've put out really good stuff as a team. Like, New Pants, I feel like, is better than older Wild Dinosaur stuff, but I feel like this record now is on the level of New Pants in regards to the production behind it.
Or exceeding.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they're different for sure.
As far as like the mix goes, I would say it's better.
I mean, we've both learned a lot since we put out those two. Because the second New Pants record's almost a year old now. It's like 9 months old or something like that.
Yeah, and we had been working on and with both EPs, we had been working on those tracks for years.
Yes.
Most of them. Not all of them, but most of them.
I would say that the same thing about the No Friends record. That first song, No Friends, was the first... Wait, was it the first track? Yeah, it was the first track. That's like 4 years old.
Yeah, it's about 4 years old.
Something like that.
3 or 4 years old.
You know what? Smell the Rain might have come before that. I don't remember, though.
So Smell the Rain definitely came. So Smell the Rain's video initially was released in 2020. No Friends was released in 2022? Maybe the beginning
21.
of 2022.
I don't remember.
I remember we shot the majority in 2021. It doesn't matter.
I'll look it up right now. I should know.
But those tracks had been, obviously, we've been working them.
Come on, load, you fuck.
Working on them, and also kind of just trying to figure out exactly where the placement should be. This is going to go with this album. This is going to go with this collection of tracks.
And I mean, originally New Pants 2 was a completely different set of songs. There was like 1 or 2 tracks that ended up being on there, but like the original set was like these guitar tracks that I had. These like kind of 50. They're now like B-sides to another.
There's literally one track on there.
Yeah.
That was going to be on the original second record.
Is YouTube not fucking loading? This is annoying. This is my good computer.
But then you have outliers like Ginkgo Momoa, which we pretty much knocked out in one afternoon.
By the way, New Pants 2 is over 5,000 streams.
Sick.
That's pretty awesome. New Pants 1 has like 15,000 streams, maybe 16 now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that is incredible, really, when you think about it. Because, like, we haven't done a whole lot of promotion. I know you've done, obviously, more than me, but we really haven't done a terrible amount of promotion on those.
October 1st, 2021 is when No Friends video came out. So that was... Yeah, and
so
originally...
over 2 years ago.
And originally, these two songs were planned as singles. But they just kind of evolved. So I hadn't really made a solid decision on this, but I kind of was thinking that for a couple of years I might just do singles and just like make a really good song and then just do a video for it. But I did those two and I liked it, but it was such a long, daunting process to do both of those things back to back that I was like, I kind of just want to make a record. And put stuff together. So some of those other songs that started off as singles became part of this EP. And I'll go into more of this when the record comes out. There, of course, will be a live record release episode. So here's the news that I got for you guys on stuff. Tonight I am re-releasing the Smell the Rain video. The audio on that is done, and the No Friends video will come in a couple of weeks. So we'll re-release that on the 5th, January 5th. That's our New Year episode. Just after the New Year episode, we'll premiere that. And the record. I'm going to get it sent off to DistroKid. My goal is to do it no later than Wednesday. And it usually takes a couple of weeks to process to get put in all the stores. But the plan is January 24th is the release date. That's, what is that, a Wednesday? Wednesday, I think. And then we are going to do the album release episode and stream the record. On that following Jon Does episode. So we'll have a whole...
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and I'll get more into where the songs come from, and two of those songs are kind of different. They bookend the record. And they're a little bit more different vibe. They're kind of more funk than the other songs. And there's stories about how those started. I don't know, we just talked about No Friends. Yeah, there's stories behind all those, and we'll get into some of that. But, yeah, that's the news I have for the record release. I'm excited. Are you excited? You should be excited. If you're not excited, I'm going to come to your house, and I'm going to tie you down, and I'm going to make you listen to it, and then I'm going to feed you grapes.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just trying to make this as pleasant as possible.
Speaking of feeding grapes, remember when we were at that Sea of Dreams festival? And then I was in that tent. Yes. I think we've spoken about this on the show before.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was awesome, dude. There were, very scantily clad, attractive women feeding me grapes. I was like, this is amazing.
I didn't see it. Didn't happen. No video didn't happen. Yeah, that Sea of Dreams, I was in a bad place that night, but that ultimately was a fun event. Nothing on the event itself. There's a lot of personal stuff going on that night.
Yeah, what was it? Amon Tobin. He was one of the headliners, and he had that crazy set.
Yeah, and the act that I was kind of excited to see was in Beats Antique. They were there.
Yes.
One of the dudes used to live in the Vulcan where I used to live.
One of the Beats Antique guys?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. They were...
I liked how they mixed, what was it, gypsy type music with, hip-hop.
We're not allowed to use that term.
Oh, I'm sorry. Romani type music with... yeah, no. They just have, really cool... I don't know what you call that. But you know what I mean. the audience may not know what I mean, but you know what I mean.
I think what you like the Romani type feel. I think that I can put into tangible terms for other people that might know is more like a go-go or bordello type.
Yes.
But Beats Antique is more electronic version of that than I think Go-Go Bordello.
That's a good point. And then they had like belly dancers and stuff like that that come out there on
fire
stage.
spinners.
Yeah,
and stuff
it's
like
really
that.
cool. Really a great performance.
Poi spinning.
I don't know how. I'm sure they're still doing it. But
Yeah, they are.
this was like 10 years ago.
And what was it? Oh, you know what? I'm in no place to be traveling anytime soon. But I would love to go visit Jay in New York.
I'm down for a New York trip whenever.
He's in upstate.
It's one of the greatest cities on earth, if you ask me.
You traitor.
I don't care.
You traitorous bastard.
Look, there are reasons why. Like
Oh my God, I don't want to have this conversation right now, Pat. I was just kidding, and you're getting like super defensive about why you love New York. It's fine. I'm not getting down on you. That's cool. You love it all you want. No, I just don't need to hear all the reasons.
That's okay. Yeah, you don't have to.
I like LA because of Skid Row.
Yes, no, the Row. You got to rebrand it. Remember, like going to that Adult Swim Fest.
Oh yeah, I was just telling Ryan about that the other day. I was like, yeah, dude, it was super cool. Like all these bands. He was like, oh, that sounds rad and magical. I was like, yeah, but we had to walk through Skid Row to get there.
Yeah. And leaving there.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit.
And that was also what 3-4 years ago. That was pre-COVID.
Oh, for sure. It was 2018, I believe, the end of 2018.
Dude, it's going to be 2024. What the fuck? That's insane.
That's okay.
That would have made it like 6 years ago, which to me in my head, that was like 2 years ago, you know?
Hopefully 2024 is going to be a great year.
For Trump. Hell yeah, brother. Sorry.
No.
I didn't mean to go there.
I was going to say that I hope it's a good year for America.
I hope so too.
For the opposite reason.
Yeah,
that it wouldn't be a good year for Trump.
I mean, I think either way we play it, not to get too political here, I think either way it shakes out, it's not good for America. Because things happen. If things happen with Trump, I think the other side might get violent.
Let them.
That's terrible for our country. That's worse.
I'm saying it's bad. Yes, I don't disagree with that. But I'm saying let them, as in like.
Let them destroy the Capitol again, because we're talking about somebody that we shouldn't have this conversation.
Why not?
Because I don't want to get political on the show, because that's not my bag here. This show is not about like who we should or shouldn't vote for or why they're good or bad. All right.
Well, all I was going to say is it'll be off. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever happens.
I think there's a viewpoint that if Trump loses all these lawsuits, that he's going to go to jail and everything will be fine, and that's just not how reality works.
That's true. No, that's a good point.
Trump didn't go to jail, and we saw what some of those people did to the Capitol. Mm-hmm. So it's just actually kind of pivoting to movies, because I want to have a better segue to getting into the music video stuff. But there's a movie that's coming out that I just saw a trailer for. I saw John Roca do a reaction for it, which is this is kind of under the radar movie that it's an A24 movie. Claire Danes and what's her husband's name? Jesse Plemons.
That's Claire Danes' husband?
Are they married?
I think it's Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst. They're the same person. No. No, it is Kirsten Dunst. It's not Claire Danes.
Okay.
It's Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons. And it's called Civil War. And it's basically like what would happen today if this like Civil War happened. And like the trailer looks, I mean, I don't know.
We may be headed there, folks.
The movie that they made is like something that's like 2 steps away from where we're at now. Ooh, it seems like, but also like in the trailer, the U.S. government bombs a bunch of like U.S. civilians and stuff like that, and then there's a really great scene in the trailer where you see the main group of people all together and they're being interrogated by a soldier. It's Jesse Plemons. And
this sounds like John Teeter's future. You remember John Teeter, the time traveler?
Oh,
online?
Yeah,
dude. Honestly, like some of that stuff is straight out of his story. Like the U.S. government bombing rural areas, like that happens.
Maybe they took the theory.
Maybe he's a real time traveler. I don't know.
No, this is a movie we're talking about.
Yeah, but
so maybe he wrote the script. That's all I'm saying. or the
they took ideas from his posts that were like early 2000s.
Why am I forgetting? Who did Annihilation? And
oh wow, really? He's doing it?
It's him. Oh, why am I forgetting?
Yeah, here I'll think of it in a minute. But he also go ahead.
No,
it's Alex Garland.
Yes, Alex Garland.
He also did the show Devs on from Hulu.
He did, okay, I never saw
from
that,
FX.
but I wanted to watch that.
Yeah, dude, that show.
That makes sense. So the president in the movie is Nick Offerman.
Oh, okay, yeah, and he's one of the main stars.
Yeah.
He's actually, I mean, not to give too much away, but he's kind of the main antagonist in Devs. And you know what though? One thing that makes me even more excited is the producer, the composer of that Alex Garland works with. I'm sure he's going to be back for this movie too, and I really like his stuff.
Do you remember his name?
If you give me a minute, I can look it up. But yeah, no, but he's great. I love the music in Devs, and I know a lot of people enjoyed the music in Annihilation as well. It's like a lot of like synthesizer based stuff.
You should just have Perfect Circuit as your homepage on your phone when you unlock your phone.
No, I basically have Guitar Center.
Patton is synthesizer issues. He's having synthesis.
It's gas.
Issues.
Yeah, gas. That's such a good term, and it's really accurate as well. Okay. His name is Ben Salisbury. He's a British composer. Mm-hmm. And yeah, dude,
from Salisbury.
He kills it. His stuff is so good.
He's from Salisbury, the place where they invented steak.
It was in Annihilation. It was both him and Jeff Barrow from Portishead.
Okay.
Yeah, so like you're gonna be in good hands right there with those credentials. But yeah, dude, the music's fantastic, and then also his movies. Like I've enjoyed all of them that I've seen, movies and TV shows. So I'm looking forward to that.
You know who I really like as a composer, and he does more TV than anything. Is what's his last name? It's Bear McCreary. McCreary. I don't remember his last name. He did Black Sails, and I think he did Game of Thrones. I think
the guy that did Game of Thrones is he has like a more ethnic name.
Who am I thinking? What am I thinking? He's done a ton of big series. I can't remember them all, but they're all good. Oh, did he do Dead? I think he did Deadwood.
Nice.
I think he did Deadwood. I can't remember his whole resume, but he's great.
Yeah, film composers. Some of my favorite music to listen to. I really also like the guy that this is crazy because I've never really watched too much of the show. I've only heard positive things, but the guy that did the music for Succession, yeah, that soundtrack is awesome. I really like that. He mixes like a lot of kind of like hip hop, more like atmospheric hip hop beats, but with film scoring type stuff too, like orchestral elements. It's an interesting score. Man, we could have a whole episode just about film composers because I know we're both pretty into that world. Yeah? No? Hey, that was on you. You were
I know. I wasn't blaming you. I was just doing a bit there.
All right.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, film composers. I wouldn't mind doing I mean, shit, dude. There's so many interesting aspects of just sound within film. Not even just this, like the score and composing, but I'm really fascinated by like Foley.
Yeah, man. Those Bobcat sounds.
Like yeah, dude. I mean, that shit's awesome. Little recap for anybody who missed the Bobcat. Wait, shit. Man, wish I had a better
better board,
better like way to organize this shit than hitting this stupid like bank. But anybody who is curious why we keep bringing up the bobcat sounds and the cougar sounds, it's because Pat and I were watching. I forget that because they're both of the titles are similar. The first Zorro movie, the Antonio Banderas one.
One of them is the Mask of Zorro,
and then the other one's the Legend of Zorro.
Yeah,
and either one of them could be the first in the like. Yeah. I don't remember which one, but the first Zorro movie with Antonio Banderas, where he becomes Zorro. There's a whole big scene at the end of the movie where they're in this mine.
Yeah,
like it's a quarry, and there's all these like. All the slave labor going on, and Zorro's fighting the like white guy, the white villain, and they blow up the quarry, and they do this whole like shot sequence where you see all the explosions going off, but you can very clearly hear bobcat sounds like boosting up the explosion sounds. So it's like.
Yeah, they work it in pretty well, but it was really clear for us that it was some sort of wildcat sound.
And I think there's also bear in there too. It sounded like bear.
Oh yeah.
But I also know that they like that's not abnormal. Like those kinds of funny little things have been happening in sound design since sound design began. I mean, I should actually make you watch this one movie with me. It's a short documentary about the sound of sound in film. I had to watch it for my sound class that I did last year, and it was really good. It's called Making Waves, and it's all about sound design. And sound
awesome.
Effects and stuff like that. They go a little bit into the history of stuff.
It's right up my alley.
They do focus a lot on like Lucasfilm and Star Wars and stuff, because they are one of the ones that have like the most amount of like crazy thought, like especially back in the day, like lightsabers alone, like people are always like, oh, it's the sound of this, it's the sound of that. It's like the sound of like 5 things together, mixed together. Chewie is like a bear mixed with like an elephant mixed with like a couple other things. It's just cool to hear this stuff and see how they do that.
I remember I listened to a deep dive about some of the sounds from Star Wars, and it was some podcast, and one of the things that they were talking about was R2-D2 sounds, and how they played those out of a speaker into like a live room just to capture, because it mixes so much better if you're projecting something, and then like remapping, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, man, the normal average viewer is not going to think about that at all.
No. But yeah, a lot of work.
But if you do have a mismatched sound, that's going to take you out of the movie.
Yeah, for sure. I've done that before in some of the stuff that I've made, where you're just like, that sound, like in the moment you're like, oh, this works as to kind of tell what I'm trying to do, but then you like think about it critically, and you're like, it kind of works. Then it doesn't. So yeah, I don't know. There's a. How did we get here? I don't know how we got here.
How do we ever get here?
A car. You got here via car.
I got here via car. You got here via Getty.
I got here via carriage.
Via horse and buggy.
Well, look, it's just about time. I didn't even look. How long is that video? I might call this a couple minutes early because should we end on the video, or should we play the video and then talk about it for
Why don't we play the video and talk about it for a minute?
Okay, cool. Well, we'll get into this. We have remastered some of those singles that like I said earlier, No Friends on This Planet EP is coming out January 24th. And 2 of those songs have been out previously. Smell the Rain is the oldest of them, so this is why this is getting redone first. But there is new updated remastered audio. The first version I didn't mix at all, turns out. So hopefully you guys like this version a little bit better. I'm going to keep the mics up so we can kind of talk over it.
Sure.
But here is the Smell the Rain remastered video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys watch it many, many times after it is released at 7 p.m. in 10 minutes here on the Wild Dinosaur channel. It'll be up by the time the end of this episode is over. So let's get into it. Let's check out the Smell the Rain video.
Here you are waking up from a coma.
Yeah. We can't hear the audio, by the way, just because of how everything's routed. Remember shooting this at one night?
Yeah. My car looks familiar.
You can tell by the taillights and the blurred out license plate. Some of these cool shots that I did in my bedroom.
Hey, I assisted with this one right here.
The in-car shots, yeah. But the ones where it's just like me singing, like close-ups to my face or whatever, that was really
I have to say, you did do a good job with the. I think you did a good job with the singing.
There's like one or two parts that I could have typed in there. Yeah, like these shots right here. This is like probably there is one shot in this video if I was to redo this. That's who you are, I suppose. You have thoughts of your own. I might shoot that this thing.
So yeah, just close up on your mouth. Some ASMR stuff.
Yeah, this song didn't get mixed at all. It was released originally. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
That's a good one.
Very stressful.
I thought you maybe took a little chip out of the thing.
Especially compared to
Did I just manhandle?
when I'm
Feeling that.
falls on this that's what happened.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about the shit.
Oh, no, you didn't break it.
No, I know it was on its.
No, the metal was completely like bent, and I didn't. This is this I would do the same if I was to maybe something. I don't know. Like I wanted to have some like figure dancing, and I just that shot. I think it looks okay with regards to like competition and stuff. I might. Smells real good. Smells really good.
It smells like you know what I've heard that the rain smell that most smell is it's a mix of a couple things, but it's a mix of pheromones from the ground.
Well, we all know where that really comes from. It's made by Febreze. That's
sure. Yeah, it's the smell of, okay, it's the smell of ozone. Ozone. That's it.
No, you're incorrect. The smell of rain was created by Febreze. and it comes in a can. And every time there's a rainstorm that happens, your city officials come by and just spray the rain spell.
Oh, dude, I should have guessed.
Yeah,
it's all chemtrails, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's all a lie. Nature isn't real.
So that was the Smell the Rain video.
That was the Smell the Rain video. I hope you liked our commentary over it. I hope you listened to the. Hope you watch the song when it comes out in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, if you have a comment or anything about the mix, let us know.
Yeah, I would love to hear what you think, especially if you've heard the old version. And here's one little tidbit for everybody that's slightly different than how the album version sounds. And you've heard the album version.
I have, yeah.
Yes. There is a thing I did with intros and outros where they kind of bleed into each other. So I cut the intro for the video version because it actually kind of elongated the video and it didn't match.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it makes sense. I was actually going to ask you about that after the episode.
No, the video does not have the same kind of intro that the album will have. So it is a little different, but it's more like soundscapey stuff that kind of goes in. And so yes, I'll give you the track listing right now too. I think I did this before, but the track listings kind of flopped a little bit. Switched some tracks have switched. The first track is called Crushed Velvet Helmet. It's 4 minutes and 29 seconds. The second track is Smell the Rain. That's the video we just watched. That's 4 minutes. The third track on the record is the title track of the record, I Have No Friends on This Planet. That's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. The fourth video, or the fourth track, not video, the fourth track is called Run Rabbit Run, and that is 3 minutes and 6 seconds. And then I think I'm sticking with Funkistador. I have the final song on there for the longest time. Whenever I start a project, I just name it something that kind of seems intuitive or comes to me. Or it started off as Conga Tom. And our regular viewers may have heard that as just a drum beat that we've jammed over. We've jammed over the beat. I think. Did we do Crushed Velvet Helmet too? No. Yeah, I think Conga Tom's the only one. But yeah, the drums that we have, you've heard us jam over. Which I think it means it's time to make some new drums and replace those ones.
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, that was the Smell the Rain video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun making it. It was stressful for me at the time, but I'm glad that I made that video. I'm glad that I almost destroyed Pat's car.
It wasn't that bad.
I almost blew it up. I was going to film and Louise it.
Yeah. And then he's like, I'm not doing it in my car.
Yeah. I was like, just let me borrow yours. No big deal. Your dad will buy you a new one. Just throw the parent under the bus.
Yeah.
Just kidding. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Watch this video. I want to get the view count up on that one as much as possible. I wanna at least match the other play count.
Yeah, which was 1 million. So get to it.
I need 3 million views on this music video. So yeah, go ahead and put that in a playlist and smoke it. That should be a thing. Oh, I had another thing that I keep meaning to tell people. What was it? Oh yeah, when I do my intros, I should say. What's up to all the haters, debaters, and masturbators? Anyways, that's stupid. All right, I'm gonna get going. Pat, do you have anything you want to say to anybody?
I just want to say later to all the haters, debaters, and masturbators.
It's a good one, huh?
I guess so. It's. I mean, it's. I haven't heard it before, so yeah, it's unique.
All right, well, in 1 minute, that Smell the Rain video is going to be out, so go watch the shit out of that. Go donate to Planned Parenthood. There's a link in the description. Planned Parenthood's pretty fucking badass, and they need your support. Also, don't forget to subscribe to... wait, where's my... Damn it. Where's everything? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Go follow me on Instagram and go to wilddinosaur.com and support the channel and me as an artist by buying my art and wearing it around, rocking the shit out of it, because everybody will love you and think that you are the sexiest person on earth. So go buy that stuff, and you don't even have to shave your legs. People will still have sex with you. I'm just saying. Well, people will have sex with you anyways. I'm going to shut the fuck up. Bye.